Okay, how's everybody doing? Um, I'm back again with another video, and this time I'm working on some C++. I must say that I've been learning a lot, after every 2 weeks, I'm just trying to help myself learn a different language. So let me just take you through my code. So one thing you need to understand when programming in C++, you need to define what we call your specifications and also your implementations, okay? Usually you'd want to place your specifications in the .h file and then your implementations in the CPP file, okay? So in my .h, as you can see here, I started off with these are pretty much header guides. Okay, these help you ensure that you don't have to repeat um, you know um, your code in every single place. All right, so once you have those, you can be able to just use everything your code without having to repeat it in every single file. All right, so I created my class and then I set my fields to private because I don't want everybody or any program within my scope to be able to have access to these. But you'll see how they'll be able to have access to that. In this case, for example, in my main.cpp, okay. As you look on line 21, just here, I have a public, okay, set everything to public. So these are the methods that I was creating. All right, as you can see, I am pretty much making cd to become public. But the way that I'm doing it right now is I am using what we call encapsulation and abstraction. Okay, so I have all my setters, and then down here I have all the getters. Okay, so if I come into my main file, you see that I'm calling. So this is how you do it. Okay, this is how you initialize an object, and in this time, I try to use something different. So what I'm pretty much doing right here is what we call dereferencing. Okay, it's pretty similar to the dot notation, but I decided to explore on using pointers. Okay, if I were to use the dot notation, this is how I was going to do it. So I was going to type in the class name and then let's say just an object marriage. All right, terminate that. And if I wanted to start having access to all these different methods that I created in my .h file, I was going to say marriage, okay, marriage dot. As you can see, it's now showing me all these other different methods that I have. Okay, so my point is doing this, let's say get city. Okay, right now it's actually changing it for me because I'm using dereferencing, but it's still similar. If you want to use the dot notation, it's still the same. You can still use that. Okay, but for this video, I'm just using pointers. Okay, so I'm setting the city, the state, and the country, and this is how I did it. And then here, and then on line 29, you can see that I'm using the cout to print out information on the console. Okay, so right now I'm just calling the get name, get middle name, and all that. And this is where I'm getting all that. Let me just show you here. This is what I'm using. But something that is so interesting about C++ is the same information that I have in here, okay, except for the class, it's actually the same information I have in this marriage.cpp file, okay? You can tell that the only difference is that this one only contains all my methods, okay? And I am also using the include marriage.h, which is this one, okay? So when I call in the main, you can see that I have it also in here, okay? So each time I'm calling the class marriage, okay, which is in here, the system already knows that, okay, so in the main, okay, I have this CCP file, the marriage and the .h. Each time I call them in here, it knows, okay? And this is how it knows. I'll show you. So as you can see here, I'm using the class name and then colon, set city, okay? This is to just tell the system that, hey, so I am using this method which belongs to this class. And this is how you do it in C++, okay? And that's the reason why if I am to run my code, you will see that, let me just run it. Okay. Sorry about that. Oh, I'm not really sure what's happening here. Let me try to run it again. Okay, let me debug it. And then, okay. Sure, this is what I'm supposed to use. Oh my, it was working. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I'm not really sure why it's no longer running. The Clang error, undefined symbols, main. Everything looks good. I don't have any errors in my code. Everything is looking good. But yeah, I'm not really sure why, but let's try to debug it again. Okay. Yeah, this is so weird. Right. Oh my. Okay, let me try to reopen it again. It was working and I'm not sure why it's no longer working, but it was working. Let me just close everything. And then I'll open my VS Code again. Okay, I'm not really sure what was happening. So as you can see, I can actually have these printed out. So Seth Nyashi Thompson was married in Bindura, Mashonaland Central, Zimbabwe. Okay, and this is pretty much the information that I have. Okay, so yeah, I still have some more things to add to my code. I'm gonna keep on learning some C++. But thank you so much for your time. I hope that my video will be helpful. Thank you.